The federal government has once again denied reports that it plans to spend 60 billion naira to distribute cell phones to Nigerian farmers. Setting the record straight in Abuja, the Minister for Agriculture, Mr. Akinwunmi Adeshina, says that the government does not have 60 billion naira for the project and is not giving out contracts to import phones. Our State House correspondent, Chukwuma reports.
Thanks, Honorable.
It was a permanent secretary in his ministry that broke this story. Since then, the minister had tried very hard to debunk the reports. This time, he chose to address a press conference to put the record straight. First, he replies those who ask, why cell phones for farmers? Will fertilizer and seeds be attached to cell phones?
The answer is a categorical yes. It is actually the cell phone that has provided us with the tool to directly access each farmer, thereby saving them from the corrupt middlemen who make their fortune from exploiting the poor.
The minister beats his chest that last year alone, the federal government reached 1.2 million rural farmers via cell phones, a feat that was impossible in the past. This year, he promises to reach 5 million farmers.
We carried out an analysis of our growth enhancement scheme, the GES work, based on a large sample of 426,000 farmers from various local governments in 13 states of the country. We found that 71% of farmers sampled did not have cell phones. This shows that many of our farmers in rural areas are quite poor and are excluded from the benefits of the mobile phone revolution going on in Nigeria. These farmers cannot access the GES scheme without cell phones, and we must find a way to include them. They must not be left behind.
And on how the phones will be procured, the minister says 60 billion naira does not exist anywhere. Rather, there is a Universal Service Provision Fund that will be accessed through the Ministry of Communications Technology.
Let me say this loud and clear. There will be no direct procurement of phones by the federal government. We are also not going to give anyone contracts to import phones from China or anywhere else. Let me also state loud and clear. There is no 60 billion naira anywhere to be used to buy cell phones. The Ministry of Agriculture and the Ministry of Communications Technology are partnering together to implement this policy.
He says, as minister, he will always use evidence to guide government policies at all times, and that detractors should stop misleading the Nigerian people. Chukwuma Onwekusi, Channels Television News.